The second part of the Japanese games video. I hope you enjoy it, hope you like it, subscribe, whatever. I am a big game collector. I have hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of video games, and today I'm going to talk about Japanese PS1 games that I own. This is the second part, so make sure you check the first part. And let's go and talk about some Japanese PS1 games, starting with what? This is called Kamaichi no Yoru Tokubetsu Hen. Okay, so this is like a crazy hotel sort of horror game from I forgot about who actually made this, but it's pretty cool. There is like a certain hotel that's still a hotel in like the Tokyo area, I think. And then they like completely modeled the hotel's interior in 3D. So you can go around and, well, it's more like a visual novel type of deal, but still it's like an investigation mode. There are like certain paths that you can take in the game, and I was like, oh, this is one of the games that I actually really wanted. I wanted to purchase the PS1 Japanese game bundle, and yeah, Chunsoft has a place in my heart. I think it's a really cool company. Danganronpa is one of my favorite series of all time, and basically this is one of the games where they started. So it's a creepy horror sort of survival investigation kind of game. Not really shooting like in Resident Evil. It's more about the atmosphere and the craziness and the scary moments and, snowy mountains. So that's pretty cool. So with this one, I don't even want to try reading the name. It's like, oh, come on, focus. Are you going to focus? Okay, it's not gonna focus. It's basically muscle ranking Vol 2. Konami the best. So Konami did its own like platinum hits sort of version. So they released this as a re-release. This is to be honest, I have no idea what is this. I think this is more like an athletics sort of deal where they have international track and field. Konami used to have at least international track and field where it was like an athletics games. So it's like quick button presses. And I think this is more of a less serious type of dealio. I mean, who are these people? Spray hitter, the gallon throw, dead man's, I don't know, it's probably something like a bodybuilder type of stuff. I really love the design on these discs, actually. So it's probably like a minigame collection for 2 players. It supports analog controls. I have no idea what this game is. Some of these games are just weird. This is Nyan to Wonderful. This is actually published by Bumpresto. Yep, that's the company that nowadays they make figurines and anime figures based on popular animes and mangas and whatnot. And yeah, Nyan to Wonderful, it's like, I think this is basically Nintendogs for PlayStation. Other than that, I have no idea what this game is about. Yeah, it doesn't have everything with it, but yeah, Nyan to Wonderful. Next up is a Squaresoft RPG, another one. It's Saga Frontier. This is actually also one of the games that I bought this Japanese games bundle for, as it looked really good. It's a famous game, so it did get European re-release, or just release in general. It came to the West. Simple, nice design. All the paperwork is in here. And yeah, Saga Frontier. It's one of those PS1 sort of era Japanese RPGs. Basically, Square decided to leave Nintendo, and then for a really long time they didn't really even bring their A game to Nintendo, so only like handheld games and smaller titles like Final Fantasy Chronicles. And Saga Frontier was one of those games that missed out on the Nintendo platforms. Again, one of those bundle type of deal games. Slot Pro, whatever, Slot Pro 2. Also, there's a number 2 there. It's a, what do you call it? One-armed bandit, parlor pro. It's a gambling game. Japanese people love their gambling games. Also, it has the registration form. It has like it's a guide, so how you can win. I guess in slot machine, it's good for people who, I don't know, addicted and they want to play it without actually spending a lot of money on these types of deals. On the back you can see it's clearly like that sort of Japanese gambling game, so it's got like the wacky characters and it's got like the normal slot machine stuff with the 7. I don't know, I was never really interested in any of the slot machine games ever, but you know, this looks, at least it looks something that's playable in English for someone who doesn't speak Japanese. Talking about games that you can speak without knowing any Japanese, I don't think that this is one of them. It's called Tamamayu Monogatari. Oh, this looks like a visual novel, but it's probably like an RPG based on the pictures. It looks like tactics, whatever's. I don't know, but it's actually 2 players. It has those thick PS1 cases, and it has like a really thick, really colorful, really beautiful manual. I mean, just look at the art. Even without knowing anything about this game, these art and, you know, enemy designs and whatnot, these are just cool. And you know, Genki has one of the funniest game logos ever, like company logos ever. Yeah, I love this logo. Chessmaster. It looks really boring. It's a chess game, so you can play chess against certain characters, but they are not really characters, they are basically paintings. Yeah, this is something that actually came to the West. I know about this, and it's a pretty expensive game series to get. Some of the titles in these game series are pretty damn expensive. I think if you search Chessmaster, this has a picture with like a big bearded wizard guy. So yeah, oops, it's a broken case. These PS1 cases are flimsy. So yeah, the Chessmaster. I think this is one where you can probably play it, but I don't know, you really want to play chess on your PS1? Something that is way more interesting than chess, it's The Unsolved Hyper Science Adventure. So I have no idea what is this. It's Project The Unsolved, so it's by Virgin Media Entertainment, and I think this game didn't get a Western release despite having cutscenes with like actual English-speaking actors and English-speaking scenes and whatnot. So I don't know. This is almost a full FMV game. Ooh, creepy. It's got like ugly whatever's in there. It's got this pretty thin manual for a PS1 game back in the day, but this looks like positively crazy. Look at this guy. Look at them. They look wacky. This game itself looks wacky. There's a bunch of discs. So if I can open this with one hand, yeah, there is like 2 more discs in there. I think it's because of all the videos that's in there, so you can unlock stuff. I think this is like half, like 50% playable, because you can see the cutscenes, but the game itself is in Japanese, but it's not that complicated. So yeah, this one looks positively creepy and awesome, and it's probably really cheesy. I think you can watch the cutscenes on YouTube. Probably somebody made a spliced up version, so you can basically like watch it as a movie, which looks, you know, pretty fun. And the next one is Anjamer Lemmy. This is a game that I know it is fully playable in English in the Japanese version, which is, you know, really cool. I never know how to put this together because you can see the disc there, and this looks like the back, but if you open it up, there is like a cutout, and if you turn the disc around and put it like an idiot, wow, you can see through and you can see whatever. So yeah, this is a rhythm game. made by the people of the Parappa the Rapper team. So it's basically a sequel to Parappa. You can see like all these crazy stuff in there and whatever, Teletubby, whatever, like merchandise. You can buy like a guitar, collectibles, watches, t-shirts, blah blah blah. This is the end piece thing. But yeah, the manual is really amazing. It's like fully colored and all these instructions, and she's making coffee while playing video games. I don't know. But yeah, it's really cool, and it's fully playable in English, and it's much cheaper than getting an English copy, but of course you need a PS1 that can play not just your own region, but it's region free modded, so there is a bit of complication there, but yeah, this is actually a really fun Parappa the Rapper like rhythm game. She or Shai, arra ezt, said by Julius Caesar. This is actually a game called Devil Dice. It wasn't really a big success on the PlayStation side. This is a puzzle game, so you can match, and I really don't know how to play this. But yeah, Devil Dice is pretty cool. I actually have a normal PAL copy of this game, so I don't have to play it in Japanese, but I actually have 2 copies, because, you know, every big collector have to have 2 copies of Shai or Shi or whatever you want to call it. The disc design is pretty cool, and it's like blue and nice inside. All the dices, although I think Devil Dice has like a more eye-popping design for the disc and the outside, and you can see it later because I do have the game on PS1. This is a fun like strategy sort of puzzle game. I can recommend it, but only if you can get 3 copies, and 2 of them has to be Japanese. And last but not least, any PS1 collection cannot be complete also without Yumeno Tsubasa, Schoolgirl, Fantasy, whatever. I have no idea what this is. I haven't tried it yet. This is like Kindle image develop. I have no idea what this company does, but yeah, it's probably like a visual novel kind of deal with. Are we going to get demonetized? No, not really. It's probably something between like sexy Japanese schoolgirl type of game. Oh, she's mad. This girl is mad. And this is like, okay, she's in a bathrobe or bath towel. She's having, so yeah, I think you can imagine what kind of game is this, but at least it's probably funny. Oh, this is not from the game actually. This is like a pamphlet, which is in the game for a game called Go-Go Island, which I think I've heard about it before, but nah. It's probably one of these creepy schoolgirl games as well. So yeah, these are my Japanese PS1 games. I don't know, some of them are playable in English, some of them are not. I think it's at least good to get some of these games so that I can have a laugh about some of the bizarre shit that's in these games or some of the more interesting stuff. And, you know, I hope you enjoyed this video. Stay with me, because next time I'm going to be talking about NTSC US games. I have a smaller stack of American games for the PS1, and then after that we can get into the whole PAL region stuff, which I have almost 150 games probably, so it's gonna be really fun. And you know, I'm gonna talk about other platforms as well, PS2, PS3, mostly PlayStation stuff, but I do have a lot of Nintendo and some Xbox stuff as well, and Sega. So yeah, thanks for watching, and see you next time.